Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhamvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Sarveshwaraya Om Shri Mahavishnave Namah Om. Namaste everyone. So, usually when we are speaking about Ayurveda, we say that all the diseases arises from doshas. That means that there is going to be either a vata or a pitta or a kapha disturbance in your body. And this will be the source of disease. From a Western perspective, there can be several causes of diseases, but I'm not going to discuss the Western approach because I'm not well versed on them. Here, I'm going to make a hypothesis that actually what makes us diseased, it's something before vata, pitta, and kapha are transformed into doshas. Some people already know that vata, pitta, and kapha can be also dhatus and also malas. Dhatus is going to be translated as sustaining force and mala as residues. After 12 years studying Ayurveda and teaching Ayurveda for the past 5-6 years, our school of thought, Ashwini Ayurveda, has developed a comprehensive approach on what is a truthful, pragmatic approach to Ayurveda. We also have courses about that. We can offer them in English. In Portuguese, more than 12 groups have been already formed. But the idea is like this: because our cells breathe, they produce residues. And these residues, we are going to call it vata, pitta, and kapha, in the form of gas, heat, and water. So from a cellular perspective, metabolism means producing or making available for the body energy to work, okay? That somehow we can call Agni. And through this process, metabolic residues are going to be, by necessity, formed. And these metabolic residues, we are going to understand them not as metabolic toxins yet. They are going to be just called metabolic residues. And these we are going to call kapha, vata, kapha, and pitta as trimalas. In our school, we have a proper understanding on how these vata, kapha, and pitta malas have to be expelled from the cell to the plasma, to the rasa. And through the plasma go out through purisha, feces, mutra, urine, or swedana. Usually people translate this as sweat, but it's not actually only the sweat. It's putting heat outwards. If we can move those metabolic residues on time from the plasma, from the rasa dhatu, they don't get putrefied, they don't get fermented. in the metabolic body. And this makes the metabolic reconstruction correct, well managed, equalized. If this doesn't happen, when those metabolic agents come back to the metabolic tube, they are going to disturb the central locomotive, the central machine of metabolism in Ayurveda, the Jataragni, and this will provoke a impaired metabolic functioning in terms of Vishama, Tikshna, and Mandagni. And this will create metabolic problems, and this is where current or usual Ayurveda starts. With a disturbed Not Sama Agni, then you start to have diseases. But in our interpretation, this approach doesn't explain fully why people that are quite healthy, they are still, in a way, developing some unbalances. And with this perspective, we attempt to go beyond an Ayurveda that is you are what you eat and what you digest and what you excrete, to a Ayurveda of you are how well you excrete your metabolic residues before they change or they corrupt, that word is good in this context, into metabolic trash. For example, if I take the peel of a banana and throw it in the nature, probably the nature will biodigest that, and that will not become a pollution there. But if I take that and put it in a cement road, or if I put this in a big load of other trashes, that thing probably is going to contaminate the underground water and so. The banana peel is the same, but the effect on the environment is different. So in our approach, we claim that starting the day early is really important because we can produce a natural purification, shubha, of the metabolic process before it starts to go to the metabolic tube. Look, this is 1 year study that we present in our Ashwini Ayurveda course. And I'm taking this in 15 minutes. Don't worry, be happy. We also can manage to give this course in English, but we need students. As soon as we have at least 12 students, we can launch the first Ashwini course in English. Today, 2023, December 29th, we are about to start the first group that is going to be with a national governmental certification as a post-graduation in Brazil. So we are glad to say that for the past 5-6 years, we have been developing this thesis, and now it's ready to rock and roll. Now, from a straightforward vaccine for this situation, we propose a proper quarantine. We have a program that it's the Nadishodhana STARS program that has been approved in 2023 in Portuguese in 40 weeks, but I think it's more feasible to make it in 40 days.